Hi everybody, it's Paul Harris with Global Recruiters of Blackhawk here in sunny California. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. As you may know, I run an executive search firm that specializes in the telecom sector. And last week I was at an incredibly interesting convention trade show in Las Vegas. And in the very next few minutes, I'm going to try to do my best to tell you a little bit about the trade show, what it was and why I was there. So this was called ACG Intergrowth in Las Vegas. So ACG Intergrowth, this is not necessarily a telecom focused convention in any way. I call these folks were the money guys. So basically the middle market investing, or mezzanine level investing as they call them. So these are the private equity, venture capital, investment banking, advisory, lending, buyout, M&A, merger and acquisition folks. And so why was I there? So basically we're getting more and more calls these days from private equity companies or something like that saying, hey Paul, we just bought this company, we just invested in it and we're growing like crazy, we need your help. Or we need to basically upgrade the talent on the senior management team. So I went there, I had several meetings pre-set up before I went there. It was very, very, very interesting. So these guys are all about what they call value creation, right? So they buy a company, they invest in a certain company at this level and they pay this amount, and obviously their job is to grow it, build it and make sure that it's much more valuable on the other side so they can get their exit and get out and get paid. So once again, how they do that is, they've got several different methods to do that, but one of them is obviously, they'll say, hey Paul, the team, the senior management team has taken it from here, done a great job, got it to here, but now, this is where we bought it, now we need to get it up to here. And that's why we need to, we're either growing or we need to maybe just upgrade the management staff. So it's very, very interesting meeting. So let me tell you just a little bit about ACG Intergrowth. So there's 2,000 people from 15 different countries, and their world, I describe it kind of as a metaphor, basically, it's like California real estate, right? You put your house on the market, and in the San Francisco Bay Area, and there's 50 people bidding it up and everything. It sounded a lot like that. It's very, very frothy. The multiples are high. There's lots of liquidity. Interest rates are low, and they talked about the fact that there's 164 billion with a B, $164 billion in what they call dry capital, right? So money that's on the side waiting to be invested. So it's very easy at this point to raise capital. One of the speakers had a quote, which I wrote down, which was, there's not a sector that is cold. So there was 120, of this group of people, there was $120 million in private equity deals done just last year. They talked a lot about influx of capital from the United States into Europe due to the exchange rate. They also talked about something that it kind of hit me because it sounded like being a recruiter. They talked about, you used to be in their world, you used to be able to be a generalist and do a good job for your clients and make money and make them happy and everything was good. And now they're talking about it's changed, things have got more complex. And so now you can no longer be a generalist, you have to be more of a specialist, which is like being a recruiter, right? I can't know everything about everything, so we try to just know a little bit about a little bit, but be very good in the telecom sector. So that was very interesting, and just all in all, being at the trade show and hearing just kind of how good things are in the market it gave me a little insight into kind of the macro economy. So it was very, very good. We're going to do what we can to find some stuff on ACG Intergrowth, put it on our YouTube channel. We were looking earlier at something from a gentleman named Jason Van Dusen from Golub Capital, who just did a much better job of explaining what's going on in the middle market world, investing world. So we'll put that on our YouTube channel. So what's next for me would be this, as you know, my Super Bowl, as I call it. So Wireless Infrastructure Association, WIA, previously called PCIA, that's going to be in Orlando, May 22 through 24. I will be there. I'll be sponsoring at the golf tournament again, like I do every year, and we'll be at all the events and whatnot. So if you were unable to make it, I will do my best to come back and put something together, the highlights of what happened. So if you weren't able to make it, I'll hopefully make you feel like you were there. So that's it. Thanks so much, everybody, and have a great day.